Hi, this is Diana and welcome back to my kitchen. First thing, seriously, I want to talk to you about. When you decide to cut your own hair, don't look in the mirror for at least 6 weeks, okay? Okay. Now, wait, if I go like this, does it look straighter? Or if I go like this, does it look like it's, screw it. Anyway, today we are going to be making what's called Buta Tofu, which is pork tofu basically. And it's a really simple recipe. I mean, I guess you could substitute chicken for the pork, but I like pork in this. So basically you have firm tofu, you have pork, onions, ginger, garlic, and we'll be making a slurry with cornstarch. Okay, let me wash my hands. Oh, so I got these. These were like these beautiful pork chops, bone in, and they were like, I think they were 89 cents a pound. So I got like these huge pork chops for like 9 of them for under $3. The fact that they are bone in, don't throw away the bone. You can cut around it and then just cut them into strips or chunks. First thing first, heat up your pan. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to be sauteing our pork. We don't want to brown it. You don't want to have any brown parts in it. So this is just a little bit of canola oil. Not a whole lot. And there's a lot in here because I'm going to be making chow mein next, and there's pork in the chow mein. So if you have like 2 nice sized pork chops, cut them up and use that for your, I think I used 3 pork chops, and that will give me enough for the Buta Tofu and for the chow mein. Then, cutting the tofu, you're just gonna cut it in half. Probably cut it in 4ths. And then you want to cut it again. And that looks all right. This ginger is really important for this dish. And I don't know if you guys know it, but you can always throw your ginger into the freezer and use it straight out of the freezer. So all I'm going to do is just chop it up. I think I will pound it with a mallet just to get some of the juices going. If you have granite countertops like I do, just be careful. So you're just gonna, ooh, don't they have like ginger sauce? Not ginger juice. Couldn't you use ginger juice? Oops. Because the ginger is an integral part. That's good enough. Okay. Now, I'm going to about maybe cup and a half, cup and a third of cut up pork pieces. Putting that in. don't want to have the heat too high because you don't want to brown these. The bone, it's okay if it gets brown because that really isn't going to be in the dish. So, I think that's going to be perfect. And to me, I just throw the onions in whenever. So even though they're not all the way cooked, they're still, it's the gray you're looking for. I mean, I guess you could do it on a really low heat and then you can just walk away, but I wouldn't advise it because you don't want to brown it. It just, I don't know, to me it just ruins the look of the whole dish. And that's probably 3/4 of a cup of cubed onions. I just did them about the same size as the pork. And you don't really want to salt them because since there is going to be a little bit of soy sauce in it, which is salty, you really don't want to salt it. So wait to salt it until after you've thrown all your seasonings in. I'm going to throw in the scrunched up ginger. Garlic. Probably about I like garlic. So like I don't know, teaspoon maybe of garlic powder. Now it looks pretty good. It's a little pink, but that's okay because basically we're going to put water in it and it's going to cook with a lid on. So that was what? About 1.5 cups. Bring that to a boil. Then you're going to add soy sauce. So start off with a couple of tablespoons, no more than that. And give it a stir. Okay, so you're going to bring it to a boil and then let it cook for 5 or 6 minutes until you see that the pork isn't pink at all. Give it a cover and let it cook away. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes and I can tell just from the smell, it smells really gingery. Anyway, you want to check and make sure, so get a bigger piece, cut it, and make sure it's not pink, which it isn't. Actually, a little bit of pink's all right, but that's perfect. Okay, and you want to give it a taste. If you think it needs salt, maybe it needs a little bit more soy sauce. I hate saying soy sauce. Shoyu. This is the last time I'm saying soy sauce. Okay, so then I'm going to take our tofu, and basically all you want to do is heat up the tofu. And since this is firm tofu, it's pretty forgiving, but still you don't want to thrash it to death. Just kind of make sure all the pieces are, actually if you wanted to, you could probably take this out. Just to give you a little bit more room. Yeah, that's better. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to make a slurry, which is basically about a quarter cup of cold water to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And you're going to mix it up and make sure your mixture is boiling. Ooh, maybe you might have to add more. No, I think it's working. Yeah, just make sure all the lumps are out. Okay, and then all you're going to do is slowly pour it in here, because basically what this does, it thickens it up and makes a really glossy, really pretty gravy. It's different from if you used flour. Flour would make it a little bit cloudier. I like mine a little bit thicker. How do you think that looks?
Good.
Good. Okay. Turn off the heat and cook it for a minute. Just to, I don't know, get the taste of the cornstarch out. I know you have to do that with flour. I don't know if you have to do that with cornstarch. Turn it off, and you will have some diagonally cut green onions, the white and the green part, and sprinkle it over the top as a finishing touch. And there you have Buta Tofu. I hope you enjoy it. So, that's all there is to it. It's a really easy dish, and it's really good served over rice. Oh, one thing, make sure that before you serve it, that you take out all the little pieces of ginger, because as much as I love ginger, it's not very pleasant to bite into. So, have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.